Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to understand different methods of training. As we discussed about training process, one of the significant components to be considered by the organizations is choosing the best method to deliver the training program. To deliver the content, an effective method is very much essential because it reduces the burden on the part of trainer to deliver the content. One best method is more effective when it comes to reaching the target trainees. Let us see these training methods in detail. Organizations will use different types of training methods to provide the training to the trainees. They may follow two types of training methods that are available. One is on the job training, second one is off the job training. On the job training is a training program which is given while the individual is actually doing his work at the workplace. Along with the work, he is going to learn about the different KSAs required to perform the job well. On the job training is beneficial to the individuals because the individual is going to learn while he is actually performing the job. And if he has any doubts and clarifications to get solved, immediately he can get the information and clarity on the work itself. While he is practicing on the actual machinery, he is going to learn the actual work. But the disadvantage with on the job training is there is always a fear that because they are working on the actual machinery, if any mistakes are happening, that may lead to problems. So, this is one fear when people are actually doing on the job training. Let us see one by one different methods of on the job training. First one is apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is one of the on the job methods where there are certain courses which will tell as a part of their studies the individuals after completion of their studies they have to work as apprentice. Different vocational courses and different skill trade related courses such as ITI, plumber, fitter, like these courses, the after completion of their studies, the students have to do apprenticeship in any of the organizations. During this apprenticeship, individuals will be paid stipend. If their performance is satisfactory during the apprenticeship programs, the individuals may be converted as regular employees into the organization. We can understand this apprenticeship concept from the perspective of doing articles after completion of CA, doing house surgeon after completion of MBBS. Second type of training method is internship. Internship, the main purpose of internship is the theoretical concepts that are learned during the classes, how they are implemented in the actual workplace to provide this type of knowledge to the students as a part of curriculum. They are going to do these internships. Internships will provide an opportunity for understanding the real time work behavior where they studied during the classwork. Internships will provide an opportunity to the organizational exposure. So many organizations offering internships to the students. If their performance is satisfactory during the internship, they may be induced into their organizations once their internship program is over, and at the same time, their academics are over. Nowadays, companies are sending the performance of the interns to the placement officers in the form of a scorecard, where the scorecard will be useful for the campus placements also. Internships will help the organizations in identifying the fresh blood or future employees for the organizations. So internship is one on-the-job training, apprenticeship is another on-the-job training. Next one is job rotation. Job rotation is the process of moving the employee in the same level from one job to other job. Moving the employee from one position to other position in the same level is called as job rotation. Job rotation has significant advantages for the employers and as well as employees. Job rotation concept encourages multi-skilling of the employees. Suddenly, if any employee is on leave or if the organization is unable to fill a particular position, because of this multi-skilling training, these individuals can be utilized. And moreover, job rotation will reduce the boredom of doing the same task for a long time. It helps the individuals to learn other jobs, their working patterns, and the challenges in other jobs. Most of the organizations, they are using this job rotation technique to get the best out of the individuals. It will mainly focusing on making the individuals multi-skilling and providing training about different tasks. Next one is coaching. Coaching is one of the significant methods in training part where a coach is going to help the individual in explaining about his strengths and weaknesses while he is doing the giving the performance. Coach is purely acting as a professional about acting as a professional in telling what are the negatives and positives in his or her work. Beyond the profession, a coach will not do anything. Coach's main role is it will try to tell where are the weaknesses, how these weaknesses can be converted as strengths. So professional part or profession part will be dealt by coaching. So coach is very crucial to help the individual in understanding his strengths and drawbacks so that those drawbacks will be converted as strengths while he is performing the work. Next one is mentoring. Mentoring is a mentor plays the role of trusted advisor, guide, philosopher, role model, everything. Where coach is purely focusing on professional part of the individual, mentoring will try to provide focus on the overall development of the individual. Now, organizations are using this concept to attach junior employee to the senior employee, where the senior employee is going to nurture the junior employee. In turn, the knowledge is exchanged. To avoid the brain draining concept also, the organizations are using this mentoring concept. A senior employee who is called a mentor is going to be attached to a junior employee called mentee. So mentor is going to act as philosopher, guide, advisor about the to the mentee about different issues in the workplace. He is going to help the mentee in all the ways related to work or not related to personal life also if needed. Next one is understudy. Understudy is a training program which will enable one individual to learn from the senior employee. Let us understand if one manager is going to get retired, in his position, a new person is identified. Now this new person is attached to this senior employee who is going to get retired, to understand the way he is going to work, the way he is handling the situations, the way he is dealing with the things and his behavior. So how he is performing, how he is managing the things. So this person who is identified as a potential successor, he will have the advantage of this. Once this senior person is away from this job, this person is going to be placed in that position. In this way, understudy will be useful for the individual. They will get a chance to understand his previous boss used to work. Next one is job instruction training. Job instruction training is containing a series of steps. So initially, the individual will be explained about the task. Then the demonstration will happen. Then some questions will be asked, and then the individual is allowed to perform. So while before he is going to perform, some questions will be asked whether the individual is understood the things or not. So it is a series of steps involved in providing the training. So straight away, the individual will not perform the task. So until and unless the individual is unable to understand the first step of this training, next step is not going to be explained. This type of training, we are calling it as job instruction training or step-by-step training method. So before the trainees are going to perform, first a trainer will try to explain and then demonstrate, then asks questions. Once all these three are successfully completed by the trainees, then only the trainees are allowed to perform. And after performing, again trainees have to explain about the work done and the problems they identified during the process. These are all different methods of on-the-job training: coaching, mentoring, understudy, internship, apprenticeship, job instruction, and job rotation. Let us see the second methods of training is off-the-job training. Off-the-job training is given out of the workplace, and individuals are free because they are learning away from the workplace. Even though some mistakes are there, they are not going to damage to the actual work, or they will not disturb the actual work. But only thing is the individuals may not get exact knowledge, may not get the as it is knowledge how the actual workplace is there, but they will get a replica of this while they are going to get the training. So some jobs need on the job and some jobs need off the job training. Let us see these off the job training methods in detail. First one is case study. Case study is a type of training method which will enable the individuals to take decisions. And case study focuses on decision making and analytical ability improvement from the employees. Case is an imaginary situation that may happen in future, or a happened situation already will be given to the individuals or a group of trainees, and they are asked to solve the case when they are in the position. So case study is going to help in increasing analytical skills, decision making skills, and logical skills also. So case is an imaginary situation or a situation that may happen in future. Next one is role play. Role play is a method to role play will explain about the individuals learning while they are doing. Role play is a type of training where the individuals are going to perform or enact given role. While they are behaving or acting or enacting in that particular role, the way they understand the problem, the way they are going to deal with the people or situations will carefully be observed, and to some extent it may be deciding factor to give next level positions or promotional opportunities. There are different types of role plays, spontaneous role play, uh, and a scripted role play, like that. Role play is going to definitely helpful to understand when a person is enacting an assumed position or given position, how he or she is behaving. To understand the behavioral skills of individuals, role play is one best method. Next one is vestibule training. Vestibule training is a type of training where the entire environment is simulated and the actual replica of the workplace is simulated, and the individuals will try to learn the things in that simulated environment. In fact, whatever the equipment furniture that is used in actual workplace, the same type of setup or the ambience is created in the workplace. In vestibule training, the entire work environment is simulated. In that work environment, the individual is going to learn. But this vestibule training is somewhat costly because the actual work environment is fully simulated. Next one is simulation. In this, in vestibule training, the entire work environment is simulated, whereas in simulation, only the work equipment where the individual is going to be provided training will be simulated. And one more thing, when on the job training provision is very difficult or risky or challenging, in such a case, the organizations can go for simulation training. So, example, driving a car, example, a pilot training. All these type of trainings will not be given on actual equipment. They will be given on dummy equipment, where individually, initially they will try to get, and then once this is done, then they will go to the actual workplace or actual machinery. So in simulation, equipment is simulated. In vestibule training, the entire environment is simulated. And simulation, for even for development techniques, also simulation is used. Best example, if you want to foster the knowledge and skills related to decision making and behavior, we can take the role play and case study as a simulator. Role play will try to help the individuals uh, behaving in different positions. This case study will help in analyzing and taking the decisions under different situations. Sensitivity, next method is sensitivity training, T group training, or laboratory training. So in this sensitivity training or T group training, a group of trainees will be assembled or will be made as a part of a group of people will be made as a part of trainees, and they are asked to discuss about anything. So here, what is observed? Behavior of the people while they interact, while they discuss, the type of knowledge they have, the interests of the people, and the level of content they have. All these things are observed while interactions are happening. Their behaviors are thoroughly observed by people called experts. Experts will observe these trainees, and this method is used to identify the eligibility for the promotions. Next one is lecture method. When we want to reach huge number of audience, one effective method that we can adopt is lecture method. At a stage, we can deliver the content to hundreds of trainees. Voluminous information can be delivered with the help of lecture method. This method can also be called as chalk and talk method, where the trainer will stand in front of the trainees in a structured pattern where he is going to deliver the content. But lecture method should be effective. Otherwise, the trainer is ineffective, the entire lecture session would go waste. And one more problem is the attention of audience. So how much attention we are going to, how much attention we are getting from the target audience. We have to catch the attention of target audience or trainees to a greater time. One big problem in lecture method is audience attention. Next one is in-basket exercise. In in-basket exercises, series of information will be given in disorder. The trainees are asked to arrange the information in a meaningful way and in an orderly way. Initially, this type of training will be helpful to the trainees in enhancing the prioritization skills. So which activity should be given priority first and what should be given next priority. So when the information which is in disorder is given to the employees, first they have to arrange in order. So for arranging in order, they have to understand what is the information, what additional information is needed, is this information required? So if additional information is needed, where are we getting? They will get all these things and they arrange the information in a proper order as per their knowledge. Then they will try to prioritize the things. So which information should come first, which information should come next, the individuals will try to learn. So to foster prioritization skills and decision-making skills, in-basket exercise can be used. Next one is business games. So business games main focus is fun and at the same time learning. So both things happen at a time. Many organizations or many training programs, they are focusing on business games. Business game, they are going to get different skills such as coordination, teamwork, decision making, resource utilization, leadership. All these skills they will get during business games. So organizations will design different types of business games as per the type of quality to be fostered. The main advantage is individuals will not get stressed or burdened because business games involves both fun and as well as learning. But the impact is more when business game is properly planned and implemented. Another technique is under of the job is video conferencing. Video conferencing is a type of method where the trainees and trainer, they are geographically separated. Video conferencing technique allows the trainees to share their views, knowledge virtually, and it is going to reduce the geographical distance among the different trainees. Video conferencing is nowadays mostly used by the organizations to avoid and reduce the costs involved in it, and it has become a significant platform due to its effectiveness also. And one more of the job training method that organizations may use is audio-visual techniques or audio-visual aids. Audio-visual aids will try to provide the information or knowledge in the form of recorded things. It may be audio, or it may be video, or it may be any other, it may be tape, anything. The information is provided or given to the trainees. Trainees are going to learn out of that. And the influence of this audio video visuals, they are going to give more create more impact on the trainees, because they will have that picturesque effect. And moreover, to explain different situations, the companies nowadays, they are using this audio visual recordings to the trainees. Let us take a customer query has come, or a customer grievance has come, how that customer query or grievance is handled will be shown in the form of a video that is recorded. With the help of this, the individuals are going to learn more and more. This is one of the best advantages while audio video visual AVs are used. So these are all different on the job and off the job training methods available for the organizations. The organizations should understand which method will be best method to effectively deliver the content. Thank you.